Hi guys, welcome back to the weird side of YouTube. I'm your host, author DC Knipe, and this is The Legend of Gaming, the show where I talk about games instead of playing them, and today I am remaking my very first gaming video, my relationship with video games. I made it 3 years ago. I think it was my very first video. So I am going to add voiceovers to it, and at the end I'm going to, throughout it I'm going to have little addendums to add on to, how things have changed in the last 3 years. But hope you guys enjoy. Video games have always been a form of high art to me. It's one of the most unique ways of storytelling I have ever experienced. One of my fondest childhood memories is playing Donkey Kong Country with my sister. She used to get so mad at me when I messed her up. Or of my father trying his best to keep up with me in Super Smash Bros. 64 and Melee. He wasn't very good, but he tried. For me. It's hard to believe that it's almost been an entire decade since I lost him. Games like The Legend of Zelda and Kingdom Hearts have inspired a metric ton of my writing. Shimmering shards of their stories, how their characters relate to one another, and their desires and fears have lingered in my mind and heart for years. While others, like Super Mario and Banjo-Kazooie, are the most relaxing and comforting yet surreal and dreamlike experiences I have ever had. In this series, you'll find theories and essays on lore, characters, worlds, and plots from some of my favorite video games. I'll also do Let's Plays and reviews eventually. But today, I want to talk about something deeper than that. My on and off again romance with video games. But first, a word from our sponsors. And now back to our regularly scheduled shenanigans. I'm 31 years old now, and life just keeps coming. Sometimes I don't have time to play, and when I do, I usually don't have the energy to do so. In fact, most of the gaming-related content I consume is YouTube videos of other people playing games and talking about them. Like Lukagen, who is amazing. Check her out. Does that make me a bad gamer? Does it mean I'm not a gamer at all? I don't think so. Video games, especially ones from my childhood, formed me in ways that fairy tales and Disney could not. In a lot of ways, Nintendo was there for me when no one else could be. I'm an abuse survivor. If you've read my novel Dream, you have probably already put that together. Super Mario, Link, Fox, Samus, Pikachu, Donkey Kong, Kirby. I could talk to them. I could go into their respective worlds and disengage from the thoughts, from the guilt, from the shame, from the fear. I'd watch it all melt away as I punched Goombas, shot Metroids, battled Pokemon, and collected the Triforce. It made me feel like a hero instead of a victim. It made me feel human again. And when I started school and the bullying began, video games were there, waiting faithfully for me to return home. In a lot of ways, it was the only part of my childhood that was still innocent. Maybe that's why I still hold on to it so tightly. And when the newest entries of my favorite series are different from the old, I recoil for a moment or two before easing back into them and letting them comfort me like they once did. But something about Breath of the Wild and Kingdom Hearts 3 just doesn't feel the same. Even with the DLC, they both seem incomplete to me. Perhaps as we grow older, we lose our passion. My fiance made me sit down and play Skyrim for the first time last year, and I fell absolutely in love with it. It's like Zelda, but darker and more gritty, with a lot more story and lore. And now we play World of Warcraft together sometimes. I never thought I'd be a PC gamer. I even picked up the Silent Hill HD collection recently since I'm currently writing a horror novel. And my partner and I played Baldur's Gate 3 from beginning to end. It was a refreshing return to form for the quality video games from my youth. And I will probably do a Let's Play on it eventually. Here's hoping. And oh my god, I love Elden Ring. It was so much fun. Like Zelda. I immediately fell in love with it, although I do find the difficulty of these Souls-style games to be a bit ridiculous. My partner actually gave up on this game because of the difficulty. I do think if they added an easier difficulty mode, it would make it a perfect game. Go ahead, flame me in the comments, I can take it. My partner and I have been playing 7 Days to Die since it was in early access. It has become one of my favorite games to play with him, and I never thought I'd like survival horror games. And I really love streaming it on Twitch. And speaking of survival horror, I also played a bit of The Forest and Sons of the Forest with him. Though I enjoyed it at the time, I don't think I will pick it back up again anytime soon. I played a bit of Phasmophobia with my friends. It was a lot of fun, but I doubt I'll play it by myself. I especially loved the Easter eggs my friend Kimmy showed me. Very scary. And I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley casually here and there, though I'm kind of sick of how expensive it is. It's a decorating game, but most if not all of the prettiest objects are locked behind paywalls. Is that not technically pay to win? But hey, it's Disney. I should expect as much. And I still love The Sims after all these years. Even though 4 is easily the worst, I still play it from time to time. Especially when I want to make characters or build stuff. I even tried Fortnite with a friend. I didn't like it much. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, I actually love the multiplayer. Zombies is hard though. I hope I can get the new version in the future. My first 1v4 game was Dead by Daylight, which I love. Although, again, the microtransactions are shit. I think skins should be unlockable like they were when I was younger. Fear and Hunger is probably the scariest game I have ever played, and I can't beat it. Same goes for its sequel, Termina, although I adore them both. Long story short, the point is, I've played a shit ton of games in the last 4 years. But you know what? Not a single solitary thing in any of those games makes me feel that strange, surreal, floaty feeling I got from exploring Gruntilda's lair or Princess Peach's castle. Turning every corner, finding a Jiggy or a hidden toad, feeling chills cascading down my spine as I giggled and gasped in glee and awe. It was magical, and growing up, I guess you slowly lose that. Things that once filled you with wonder will eventually bore you. That's normal. That's life. It sucks, but it's true. We don't look at things or experience things the same way as adults as we did as children. We understand more now. Everything isn't magic, it's mechanical. Everything has its place, and there is an order to the world that can be, and is, quite boringly explained. Rules are rules, laws are laws. There is no nuance or mystery. There is no fantasy. There is no twilight. And that's okay, because we can still enjoy things without being completely enthralled and enchanted by them. We don't have to worship something to enjoy it. So maybe it's okay that I don't love Breath of the Wild as much as I did Ocarina of Time, or Kingdom Hearts 3 as much as I did the first one. I still like them. I still spent hours playing them. The characters and stories still resonate me, for better or worse. And at the end of the day, they're all just stories. Stories that shape me into the man I am today, but stories nonetheless. One sequel doesn't make the prequels better or worse. They're all separate, with their own pros and cons. And all stories, series or not, must come to an end eventually. But until that day comes, I'll be playing whenever I find the time and energy, whether it's The Sims, Skyrim, Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, or something entirely new. Because I'm a gamer. That's just what I do. Thanks for watching!